It was around noon when someone decided to knock on my door. Grumbling to myself, I closed the book I was reading and opened the door. Well, yesterday could have turned out a lot better. A whole lot better, but you know what? Whatever. We dealt with that. Surprisingly, Yomu was standing there looking confused. Something wrong? I didn't expect to see you here for a while. Neither did I, but I received a strange letter this morning from the Tengu. She pulled out a folded slip of paper from her pocket. Please be present at the Wind God's Lake at midday today, or it will be assumed you have been chosen to forfeit your prize. Do you have any idea what this means? I'm not exactly up to date with current events, and come to think of it, how on earth did they find me here? This is supposed to be a retreat. Never underestimate the Tengu. For all I knew, there was one of them watching us right then. I guess there's only one way to find out. We should go. Aren't the Wolf Tengu territorial about the mountain? I don't think there'll be a problem. We got an invitation, see? If you say so. I don't think my reasoning skill did much to reassure her, but she followed me out nonetheless. We flew together, unhindered by the guards, to the top of the Youkai mountain. We weren't the first to show up. Reimu and Sanae were there, waiting at the water's edge, and for some reason, Mistia and Alice was there too, looking just as perplexed as Yomu was. Stranger still, there was a light fog hanging over the entire area, even though it was midday and the sun was out. Well, I see that everyone has been gathered. Perfect. The fog began to gather into one spot in front of us. Finally, out of the mist popped Suika, though there was still a shroud of mist over the lake obscuring our vision. Gather for what exactly? This is a rather inconvenient place to have a party, isn't it? Not a party, a festival. Festival? I wasn't aware of any festivals falling on this day. No official ones, that is, at least not yet. I talked things over with Kaneko over a few drinks, and she seemed to really like the idea. Am I the only one not following a single word of this? No, I'm lost too. Could you explain what that idea is? Wouldn't you like to know? Stop stalling and get to the point. Sanae, do you have any idea what this is all about? Lady Kaneko and Lady Suwako haven't told me anything. They said they wanted to keep it a surprise. So long as they aren't feeding any gods to anyone, I think it will be alright, for the most part. You don't really think we're sort of all-you-can-eat buffet, do you? That was a special case. The frog-hatted hat of Suwako Moria sprang up out of the ground like it was just as permeable as the lake. Wow, we've got a better turnout than I expected. Good. Very good. Now I guess you may be wondering why we called you here. There was this letter I got, and something about a prize? Right, we had the goal of gathering as many humans and yokai who can cock into one place to find out who is the best in Gensokyo. Ah, so that's what I was going at. Typical Suika. When you leave it to an Oni, things get out of hand. Still, it seemed as though someone was missing. Where's Sakya? Couldn't get her to volunteer? Oh yeah, we thought it'd be better to give you guys at least a fighting chance. But alas, time has come to unveil my masterpiece. Suika, if you would. The shroud of fog slowly dissipated, splitting down the middle, then opening out like the curtain of a stage, revealing something hidden behind it, something big. The best way I could describe it was Hellenistic? I had read about ancient civilization that had built great arenas for the entertainment of the masses, and it looked like one that had been transplanted to the other side of the lake. Behold, the kitchen collar! Then I noticed around its perimeter a circle of onbashiris, those roped pillars Kaneko always carried around. Kaneko, geez, why does she always have to go and stick her fingers in all of my pies? Well, whatever. Follow me to the kitchen coliseum and I'll explain the rest on the way. The goddess floated across the lake, gesturing for us to follow. Sanae went without question, but the rest of us took a look around first. With Yomu here, do you think Yuriko will be showing up? I don't think Yuriko was invited, and Yomu would probably run away if she was. Why would she do that? It's complicated. I see. Well, that's probably best for my health anyways. Damn straight. I wasn't quite sure how to respond to that. After all, Yuriko probably was joking about eating her, but Mistia had already gone on ahead of me. Reimu told me how all this began. Talk about making a mountain out of a molehill. It's not like I have a massive amount of free time either. Do these gods think I should just simply drop whatever I'm doing for their amusement? I think it sort of comes with the territory, being gods, yeah? How you mean the arrogance? I suppose you have a point there. Oh well, I might as well stay since I'm here. It's fine to just say you were bored, Alice. We entered the place through a side entrance, smaller than the one in the front, and into a backstage room. Alright, good picture, good picture. I couldn't help but take a peek at the main stage. While we were waiting, it was shiny. Looking good, looking good. Let's see, knives, lettuce, cutting boards, knives, pillars, and all that. Looking good. I like. Fuck, even her hat's shaped too, like a chef's one. That's good. That's legit. Several rows of tables stood on a raised platform decked out with shimmering metal countertops, gas burners, faucets, various cutleries, and a whole bunch of devices I'd seen in a corner of Corin's place. At the nope. At the front of the stage, there was another larger table, the contents of which were covered with a white cloth. But what surprised me the most was the number of people who were filling into the 5-tiered seating section. It looked like somehow Suiko and her conspirators had managed to rope a whole bunch of spectators in. All manners of yokais, fairies, and even some humans were filling into some seats. When everyone had seated themselves, the ambient light suddenly dimmed itself and a spotlight shone directly onto the center of the Colosseum. Tell me what you are, and I will tell you what you eat. What began as a young girl's dream for recognition grew into something much larger than herself. Kitchen Colosseum, the spiritual place of any of the myriad gods combined with the intellectual prowess of the Kappa and the Tengu have brought to this mountain something unlike any have seen before. Yukari stepped out into the spotlight, looking pensive as the green pepper she was holding in one hand before taking a large bite out of it. She hesitated a while before chewing and swallowing with a look of distaste. Well, that wasn't quite what I'd been expecting. Then, not missing a beat, Yukari cracked her usual flippant smile as the spotlight shone over the rest of the stage, revealing a squad of fairies in maid outfits assembled in haphazardly formation before her. Humans and yokais from across Gensokyo, brought together in one place for a great battle, not one with spell cards, but one requiring equal skill and finesse, a cooking battle. This is iron patisserie? Oh, no, I'm not even trying to say that shit. Iron, fuck that word? What does that even mean? Are we making pastries? Well, Iron Cook just sounds lame, and Iron Chef was already taken. Good on you. We have gathered here the best chefs in the land to battle it out, right here in Kitchen Colosseum. Wait, all of us? The kitchen doesn't look big enough for all of us. Good point. Sous Chef Reimu. Me? Yes, during this contest, each of you will pick a teammate with whom you will challenge the culinary mastery of the other iron whatever, you know the word. We've divided all the contestants into 2 groups from which you will pick your partners. Suiko separated us from the 2 ends of the Colosseum. Mistia, Sane, and I went to one end, and Reimu and Alice and Ryomu went to the other. Yukari turned to me first. Iron whatever, Kirisame, you won the last battle, so you have won the right to choose your partner first. Who will be your partner? Will you walk the tasty path to victory, or will you choke together on the bitter taste of defeat? I looked over at the potential partners. Together with... Alright, so... Hard to say. Now, personally, I would have... If it was me, I would have been choosing between Alice and Yomu, given that we've known that Alice can cook a lot, right? And Yomu, given that she serves for Yuriko, I'm assuming she knows a lot about cooking in that essence, right? I would have chose between 2 of them, but since we're going for the Alice route, I'm assuming it'd be a good idea to pair up with Alice in order to increase her affection level. If this somehow has any correlations or way to help us in gain those points, whatever. So that's what we're gonna do. Though I think I still would have been stuck between these 2 because Alice and Yomu seems like they would be good cooks. We don't know much about Reimu in terms of cooking potential. Plus, she doesn't exactly have that much ingredients or food around her home, so it doesn't sound like she have much time to cook of a wide variety of dishes like Alice and Yomu would have the potential. So that's why I'm going with that. I mean, if it was my own personal pick between Alice and Yomu. So go Alice. Sous Chef Margatrode. I'll show everyone the power of Western Japanese fusion. Trust Marisa to worry about power in a cooking contest. Well, of course. Why else would I pick you?